In today's show, Bitcoin price briefly hit $69,000 all-time high before plummeting back to earth. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis from crypto analyst Miles Creative, who says, naturally, I expect a bigger correction after we hit the $84,000 region and then into blast off. And as pointed out right here, Bitcoin has outperformed gold, the most widely regarded inflation hedge, by a considerable margin year to date, having gained over 130% compared with gold's 4% decline. Take that, Peter Schiff. Also in today's show, smart money accumulate in Bitcoin as BTC rallies to new all-time highs, according to crypto analytics firm Glassnode, who shares in a new report. What we can see is that around 6.5 thousand BTC are being revived on a daily basis at present. What is also apparent is that this is a relatively low level compared to the 2017, 2019, and 2021 bull runs, where over 20,000 BTC were revived per day. I'll be breaking this down for you. Also in today's show, here's what will signal the top of the Bitcoin bull market, according to Quant Analyst, PlanB, who shares right here. I really don't think a crash is coming. I think we'll see a bull market that goes on for at least 6 months and brings us into the $100,000 to $200,000 range. I wouldn't even be surprised with $500,000 Bitcoin in early 2022. Also in today's show, Bitcoin to hit $250,000 in January 2022, but invalidate the stock to flow X Bitcoin price model, according to this new prediction from crypto analyst Parabolic Matt, who shares Bitcoin is going to $250,000 in January of 2022 in this thread, as well as Bobby Lee says hang on and hodl because Bitcoin is heading to $1 million for sure. I'll be breaking down when he expects this to happen. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, ETH, and many of the alts are currently correcting and in the red, but where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. The goal is to get to 50,000 subs, and as you can see, we're less than 200 subs away. If you like getting that crypto, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, today's episode is brought to you by iTrust Capital, the world's largest crypto IRA platform with over $2 billion in transactions. If you're looking to buy, sell, or trade crypto tax-free, look no further than iTrust. Not only can you trade Bitcoin, Ether, as well as the top cryptos, you can also trade physical gold and silver. And yes, they are backed by Coinbase Custody with a $320 million insurance policy. And they have a special promo running right now where they're giving away $100 in free BTC. To take advantage of this special offer, as I outline in the show notes below the video in the description, all I need to do, number one, is register here using my referral partner link. Number two, confirm your email. And number three, fund your account. It's literally that simple. And yes, they will send you $100 in real BTC for free. The only caveat, this is only available to those in the United States. So to take advantage of this, as well as receive your first month absolutely free, go ahead and click the link in the description right down below. Set up your crypto IRA today, and let's start stacking those sats tax-free. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. How's it going, crypto fam? Holla at your boy in the live chat. Bitcoin's price hit another all-time high at 69,000 yesterday, while Ether continued its long slog towards $5,000 after reaching a new all-time high at $4,868 earlier on Wednesday. And shortly after hitting this fresh milestone, traders began taking profit, leading to a nearly $7,000 drop, which plunged the Bitcoin price below 63,000, which was very shortly lived. And interestingly, the breakout was initiated right as the report from the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics showed a sharp 6.2% annual rise in the Consumer Price Index, CPI, a figure that has hit its highest mark in 30 years. And that's what they're willing to admit. So you can only imagine how much higher it actually is. The Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that rising energy costs fueled in a rise in CPI, but for at least 6 months, analysts have tracked the rising cost of food and other goods. The current CPI is the highest it has been since October 1990. Core inflation, a figure that ignores the impact of the rising cost of goods, showed a 4.6% increase, a level not seen since 1991. And amid rise in inflation, the Federal Reserve and the Biden administration continues to message that the situation is under control, but equities markets reacted negatively to the news. And despite the concerning news and slight pullback in the traditional markets, Bitcoin and Ethereum prices rose, a dynamic that analysts such as Anthony Pompliano, shout out to Pomp, referred to as asymmetric price action, where investors see a red-hot stock market and unsustainable central bank monetary policy making, risk on assets like Bitcoin as attractive investments, and hedges against gold, the dollar, and inflation. And according to Cointelegraph business editor Sam Borghi, Bitcoin is viewed by many as the best hard money alternative to sovereign currencies, and he shared the following: Bitcoin has outperformed gold, the most widely regarded inflation hedge, by a considerable margin year to date, having gained over 130% compared with gold's 4% decline. Move over gold, Bitcoin is about to overtake your market cap, and when we hit 10 trillion, I would expect nothing less than a $500,000 Bitcoin price, just throwing it out there. And shortly after achieving these new astronomical new heights, Bitcoin's price fell back towards 62,700 before bouncing slightly to around 64,500, while most of the altcoins endured near double-digit losses. And even though the current downside move is sure to shock some investors, slight corrections after reaching new all-time highs are a customary practice for Bitcoin. In fact, in yesterday's episode, I shared this analysis from crypto analyst Crypto Ed, going a bit deeper as I was expecting yesterday. Looks like it'll do one more leg down to complete that ABC. Lines up with the second chart, taking out those lows and retest support when bounce going for $70,000 as he outlines here in this chart. It shows us bouncing just below 65,000 before bouncing back to 70K. So hit the nail on the head. And from the perspective of a technical analysis, profit taken near all-time highs and the need for a retest to lower support levels are normal processes for most cryptos. In fact, a quick glance over discussions by many analysts and traders on Twitter show that most expected Bitcoin to revisit the lower support levels at 64,000, which I just pointed out, and before recapturing a bullish momentum and moving higher. And as crypto analyst Miles Creative shares here, Bitcoin 8 hour, we got our November 9th historical correction, seems to be very minor for now. Naturally, I expect a bigger correction after we hit the $84,000 region and then into blast off, as he shares right here in this chart. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analyst. And before I break down next story of the day, smart money accumulate in Bitcoin as BTC rallies to new all-time highs, and I break down the latest data from Glassnode Analytics. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin down 2.2%, trading just under $65,000. We have ETH down about 0.25%, trading just under $4,700, while Cardano, XRP, Polkadot, Binance Coin, and Litecoin are all correcting and in the red, while Solana, Near, Luna, Hex, Shiba, and Chainlink are all breaking out and in the green. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Even though Bitcoin has been surging to record high prices, the smart money continues to accumulate BTC, according to crypto insight firm Glassnode Analytics. In its weekly report, the crypto analytics firm notes that the amount of Bitcoin that hasn't moved in a year, now re-entering circulation, remains relatively low. The firm refers to this type of Bitcoin as revived supply. Quoting them here, what we can see is that around 6.5 thousand BTC are being revived on a daily basis at present. What is also apparent is that this is a relatively low level compared to the 2017, 2019, and 2021 bull runs, where over 20,000 BTC were revived per day. In fact, the current levels of revived supply are similar to the spending patterns throughout late 2019 and 2020, which are mostly considered a late stage bear market. And as you can see here, it shows you the Bitcoin revived supply last active 1+ years with the 30-day moving average. And Glassnode also notes that the amount of Bitcoin that hasn't moved in the past 3 months also reached an all-time high. And in terms of Bitcoin's demand dynamics, the analytics firm says that exchange outflows continue to surge despite Bitcoin's positive price action. Quoting them again here, as a result of continued exchange outflows, the aggregate Bitcoin exchange balance has fallen to multi-year lows of 12.9% of circulating supply. And even as Bitcoin consolidates below the all-time highs, exchange reserves continue to deplete. Can you say Bitcoin supply shock incoming? Now, these dynamics paint a fairly constructive outlook for Bitcoin over the coming weeks, according to Glassnode. And to read their full report entitled The Week on Chain, Week 45, check the show notes below the video in the description. And now, before I break down next story of the day, here's what will signal the top of the Bitcoin bull market, according to Quant Analyst, PlanB, as well as Bitcoin to hit $250,000 in January 2022, but invalidate the stock-to-flow X Bitcoin price model according to this new prediction from Parabolic Matt. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting above $2.8 trillion with $181 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Current Bitcoin dominance is 43.1%, with the ETH dominance at 19.5%. And checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Mina up 42.8%, trading above $6. IOTX up 20%, trading just under 20 cents, and Cadena up 20% for the day and 167% for the week, trading at $24.82. Now, which altcoins are you currently most bullish on during Q4 of this bull run? Let me know in the comments right down below. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Quantitative analyst PlanB, shout out to PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, is not concerned about predicting the exact market cycle top of the king of all crypto. In a new interview with Will Clemente, the pseudonymous analyst says that Bitcoin's current position is not in a bear market nor the FOMO end of the bull market. He argues that Bitcoin is currently sitting somewhere in between, but he's not interested in predicting the exact peak of the bull market. Quoting him here from this interview, "I am not interested in the top at all. When we get there, I know it, but I don't know where it is. I'm not interested in that because I know it'll be probably a 1-minute spike, right? I cannot trade it. I cannot sell or buy it at that price level. I am more interested in the general level where it moves around." Now, PlanB says that traders should be on the lookout for a supply shortage to gauge when Bitcoin's top might be likely to arrive. Quoting him again here, "I'm looking at it at an on-chain level, and then you see that shortage building to a moment where it pops. We're still months away from that popping moment." The analyst thinks that Bitcoin is still 3 to 6 months out from its top and potentially longer. As he shares here, "I don't really think a crash is coming. I think we'll see a bull market that goes on for at least 6 months and brings us into that $100,000 to $200,000 range. I wouldn't even be surprised with $500,000 Bitcoin in early 2022. Let me know if you agree or disagree with PlanB and checking out his most recent tweet he shared a few minutes ago. As you know, Stock to Flow model predicts around $100,000 average this halving cycle, which is the white line. I dumbed that down to $100,000 December 2021 close because to make $100,000 average mid-cycle, we should be above that average. My floor model, not Stock to Flow, predicts $135,000 December close, roughly in line with Stock to Flow model, as you can see right here in this chart. He also recently shares, some people think November close 98,000 is too big a jump. It is 60% plus from the current level. Yes, that is a big jump, but Bitcoin has done this many times before. As he outlines right here, here are 7 times Bitcoin rose at least 60% and sometimes as high as 451%. Now, PlanB predicts Bitcoin will surge to at least 98,000 by the end of November, which is this month, and then 135,000 in December as the worst case scenario. I also like to point out his best case scenario is a December close of $450,000 per BTC. And to watch this entire interview between PlanB, Willy Woo, and Will Clemente, check the show notes below the video in the description. And before I break down our final story of the day, Bitcoin to hit $250,000 in January 2022, but invalidate Stock to Flow X Bitcoin price model, according to this new prediction from Parabolic Matt, as well as the latest from Bitcoin OG, Bobby Lee, who predicts $1 million Bitcoin price for sure. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 980 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog I update daily, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to help me get to 50,000 subs. And of course, you can follow me on all the major podcasting platforms. We're currently receiving over 20,000 podcast downloads per day. You can follow me on Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, as well as Apple's iTunes and Google Play. Of course, you can follow me on Crypto Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News. Yes, and you can also follow me on TikTok, Telegram, and Facebook. So if you're not in my private crypto Telegram chat, come join the fun. But all right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Bitcoin will invalidate one of its best known price models this cycle as $1 million becomes a focus for 2025, as well-known analyst Matthew Hyland suggests in a series of tweets on November 9th. Parabolic Matt has created a loyal following for his Bitcoin commentary over the years, predicting that only one of the 2 Bitcoin stock to flow models will survive beyond 2022. With $100,000 still a lofty yet plausible end of the year price for 2021, attention is turning to what could lie beyond. For Hyland, new large volume investors will play a key role in how Bitcoin price action unfolds during the current halving cycle set to end in 2024. A mass publicity campaign from these large players, he believes, will lure in the retail investors as soon as it hits the 100,000 mark, validating stock to flow model by quantitative analysts PlanB. And checking out his Twitter storm right here, prediction, Bitcoin is going to hit $250,000 in January of 2022. He continues, to start, we have to look back to November of 2017 during the final stage of the last bull run. Between November 24, 2017 to December 16, 2017, Bitcoin rallied 150% from $8,000 to $20,000 in 22 days. This was absolute euphoria. What is euphoria? Euphoria is the final part of the bubble. It is when an asset price reaches extreme valuation. We have not seen euphoria yet, but when will it be? I predict euphoria will begin when Bitcoin breaks $100,000. When will Bitcoin break $100,000? Well, according to PlanB, Bitcoin will reach $135,000 in December of 2021, as you can see right here. And he continues, now stock to flow model, which was released in March of 2018, predicted Bitcoin would reach six figures by the end of 2021. And when this model is validated in December of 2021, then all eyes will be on stock to flow X model, which was also created by PlanB. The stock to flow X model predicts Bitcoin would reach 288,000 for this bull run, as you can see right here in this chart. I believe stock to flow X model will be the catalyst for the late stages of the euphoric run, because when PlanB is proven correct about the stock to flow model, which is 100,000, then many will believe stock to flow X model at 288,000, which will be proven correct too. I believe this will be a sell the news event, however, will be pushed by the larger players onto the public to provide enough liquidity in order for the large players to sell at the higher prices that they want. 288,000 will be the target price. It will fall short at 250,000. The stock to flow X, which predicts 288,000, will be invalidated, but the stock to flow, which predicts 100,000, will remain intact, which predicts Bitcoin will reach $1 million by 2025. That's also my personal prediction I've been talking about for a long time here on the show, a $1 million Bitcoin price by 2025. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. This will also be used by the large players in the years to come. In 2017, Bitcoin had a 150% move from 8,000 to 20,000 once euphoria started right after Thanksgiving of that year. I believe when 100,000 breaks in December, euphoria will start and another 150% move in less than a month will ensue. Bitcoin will reach $250,000 in January of 2022. And he also shares this, which is pretty interesting. Tim Draper actually predicted this same price target of $250,000 by 2022 back in 2018. And checking out the latest from Bitcoin OG Bobby Lee, he tweeted, in 10 years, by the end of 2031, Bitcoin will go through another 3 block reward halvings. This will bring the block reward down to just 0.78 BTC each for a total daily new issuance of just 112.5 BTC. It'll be very scarce. Hang on and hodl. By then, $1 million Bitcoin for sure. And I agree 100%. As I pointed out, I predict a $1 million Bitcoin price by the year 2025, which is just after the next halving in 2024. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. Bitcoin price briefly hits a new all-time high of $69,000 before plummeting back to earth. Also in today's show, we discuss smart money is accumulating Bitcoin as BTC rallies to new all-time highs. Also in today's show, we talked about what will signal the top of the Bitcoin bull market according to Quant Analyst, PlanB, as well as Bitcoin hitting 250,000 in January 2022, but Invalidate stock to flow X Bitcoin price model according to this new prediction from Parabolic Matt. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode. Paul Pretorius wrote, Elon Fudd Puppet Mushrat, you crack me up, JV. Say how it is, bro. Never change. You got it, fam. Thanks for tuning in. Now for our next feature comment of the day comes from Katie Lux, who wrote, I love it when your money printer goes brrr. JV, it's worth tuning in just for that. And I put, thanks so much, Katie. I'll keep them coming. Brrr. Let's go. Now for our third and final feature comment of the day comes from Ellen, who wrote, good morning, JV. Just missed by 27 minutes. Had my alarm set to noon. Missed talking with you all. Look at that move up. See you mañana, guys. Have a great Bitcoin day. I put great to see you today, Ellen. I went live a little early today. I couldn't resist. Have an amazing day, fam, and enjoy the pump. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. That's right, Bitcoin is the glitch in the matrix. And if you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell. And real quick, before I go, I want to give a quick shout out to iTrust Capital, the world's largest crypto IRA platform with over $2 billion in transactions. If you're looking to trade crypto tax-free, look no further than iTrust. You can get set up and actually receive your first month absolutely free. They also have a special promo running right now, which I detail right down below this video right here. Get $100 in free Bitcoin from iTrust by completing the following 3 steps. Step number 1, register here using my referral partner link. Step number 2, confirm your email. And step number 3, fund your account. That's it. And yes, $100 in real BTC, absolutely free. This particular free BTC offer is currently only available in the United States, so please keep that in mind. So go ahead and click the link in the description right down below. Set up your crypto IRA and let's start stacking those sats tax-free. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.